What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Living Blessed, the podcast. I'm your host, Jovan J. Palmer, and as always, we got special guests sharing vulnerable and personable moments. I have no other than my brother 3D and his brother, good brother, Conshey.
Yes, sir.
What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling today?
All is well,
bro.
Oh, good.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy to have y'all here. I appreciate y'all coming through. It's dope to get other entrepreneurs on the space who come from different walks of life that I didn't come from. Right. I like hearing different stories, and that's the premise of the whole podcast, is just hearing just different stories from various people about who they are, what they're about, what they come through, what's the moment that you went through in life that pretty much allowed you to do that 180 or whatever number you want to call it. What's that number, man? So I want y'all to go ahead, introduce yourselves, and we'll go from there.
What's going on, y'all? My name is 3D. I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur from Philadelphia. I do videography for entrepreneurs across the United States. I also have my own clothing brand with my brother named Analiva, which we rocking right now. And I'm just happy to be here with my guy Jovan and just to talk about my story and possibly help somebody else along their journey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Conshey, 23-year-old entrepreneur. As he mentioned, me and my brother, we have our own clothing brand, and also I'm a business advisor. So I help, different entrepreneurs sell their products when it comes to mentorship, and just helping other people change their mindsets when it comes to, mentorship, opportunity, and just scaling their businesses from what it is to what they aspire for it to be.
Word. So, y'all both are from Philly, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
Playground? No, play. So, what was it like growing up in Philly? I just visited Philly for the first time early last year.
You never been there?
Never until
crazy.
last year around this time. I went to Philly, and it was dope. It was real dope. It was exactly what I expected it to be.
What part did you visit?
I think I was in Philly. Yeah. We're, I guess, like downtown, because we weren't too far from, we're downtown Philly, because we weren't too far from the, what's the Rockies there area.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you was downtown.
Yeah, that was downtown Philly. We had a hotel downtown Philly. My sister had wanted to get her hair done. So I flew to New York and then drove to Philly and was there for like 2 days. It was a dope experience though. So tell me about growing life in Philly. What it's like growing up. Any of y'all can take the question, piggyback off each other, and all that good jazz.
Okay. Yeah, you got it, 3.
All right. So yeah, Philly is Philly. Everybody got different walks of life, like as you mentioned and stuff like that. So like for me, growing up in Philly, I was raised in a single parent home. My mom and stuff, my grandmom. I didn't have a father figure, so my mom pretty much showed me everything throughout life and stuff like that while she raised me. I had friends. I had friends that I lost to gun violence and stuff like that because of the decisions that they made in the streets and stuff like that. And it pretty much is just like any typical neighborhood, inner city neighborhood. Kid growing up, bad environment, but just try to stay out the way, just stay out the mix.
So what was it like growing up in a single parent household? Was yours the same or?
Yeah, so same as 3. I grew up just with my mom. My mom had me at the age of 15. So she having me so young, and now I'm older and more wiser, and now I can understand that she had me that young. It just got me so grateful and blessed because she could have aborted me. She could have, I could have been in different houses, throughout my whole childhood life, and just she been through a lot just from our family history and what they've been going through. So her just, holding me down and just staying strong, it helped me develop and just become a better individual.
Got you. So what are some things that y'all, now that y'all are adults now, what do you feel like how life could have been different for y'all?
I feel like life could have been different if we had simply our dads in our lives.
That's a fact, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just not having a pop, the moms don't really know how to raise you as a man would, but she can give you the game as much as she can. But it's not like she can't teach you how to change a tire if she don't really know how to do it. She can't teach you how to do the basic stuff that we ain't really grew up to know how to do.
Got you. What about you, 3D?
What was the question?
How would life be different for you looking back as you said 22, right?
Yeah.
22-year-old male, looking back, how do you believe life could be different for you?
So yeah, like what Conshey said, it's having a father figure around. Like he mentioned, like just showing you the male ropes, the male rules in the life, like the sexual stuff and all that stuff. Like my first time having sex, I talked to my mom about it. You feel me? But that's something that you talk to your father about. You feel me? Because he know what's going on as a man.
Yeah,
so like it was just kind of weird, just having to talk to my mom about everything. But that's the person I'm used to because that's who raised me. You feel what I'm saying? So
how was y'all's relationship with y'all's moms as a child versus now?
Hey.
I used to be drawn, bro. And for people that's watching,
what?
Drawn. I was about to say, for the people that's watching, drawn in Philly slang mean like tripping, like acting crazy or acting wild. You feel me? So like, I used to have like bad attitude problems as a kid. My mom say to do something. Yeah, I probably punch the wall because I'm mad. Like I used to take my anger out on for like some stuff be like little, but it's like I don't know what it was. You feel me? But like now that I think about it, I used to be drunk. But like if I could rewind back and do everything differently, I wish like basically that I just focus more on like my mindset and not let my emotions control what I did and stuff like that.
What about you, Conshey?
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. You know, growing up with my mom, I used to just talk back crazy. He witnessed like I used to talk back crazy. And I don't know why, but now, you know, looking at it, it's like, dang, like, cause I used to be wild, bro. Like, punching the walls, throwing stuff. She say, I better not hear you stomp and like just getting beat. It just was, it was wild. It was wild.
So looking back, what were some of the things that y'all have done? Like your mom's was like, yo, do not do this one thing. And of course, as boys to men, we're always gonna rebel against everything.
Right.
What's that one thing like mom's was like, yo, do not do this? Like
So for me, like when I used to get in trouble in school and stuff, I used to always be on punishment, but I snuck out all the time. Like all the time, bro. Or I would try to get my friends to come over, like to ask my mom to see if I can come out and stuff. 9 times out of 10,
we all did that before.
Yeah, she'd let me come out, but like I used to just sneak outside. But one lesson that I did learn from doing that is like before I knew about karma and like the universe and all that stuff, everything manifesting. So I snuck outside and I went to like the skating park, like it's called Rolling Thunder in Philly, but I got like a cascade out here, but it's called Rolling Thunder. I went with my 2 cousins or whatever. I wasn't supposed to be outside, I was supposed to be in the crib. Later that night, I was in like this neighborhood, it's not a good neighborhood or whatever, and I had got jumped. You feel me? So imagine if I did stay in the house, listen to my mom. She said, don't go outside, you're on punishment. But I wanted to go ahead, be grown, do what I wanted. And I just got the consequences for it. Yeah.
So what lesson has that taught you now as an adult?
Mom's always right. Even when they wrong. Like, you feel me? Like sometimes I don't agree with some of the stuff that my mom say, but growing up, I did see like it's a lot of things that I did learn from her. Like as I got older, like always just listen, do things, like just always listen. You feel me? Even when you feel like it's wrong, just listen because it's always a lesson in something.
For sure. What about you, Conshey?
Probably just, you know, staying out past the street lights. Like just, all my friends used to be on the block all day. So it's like being that they playing football, whatever. But when the streets light on, she want me in the crib. And I didn't really want to be in the house. So that probably was like really the main thing. And also like your environment. Sometimes just coming up, you know, I was around people who just wasn't right in the mindset. Now I'm older and I'm conscious of what was going on. So just really being around the right people who got your best interests at heart.
Gotcha.
For real.
Okay. So let's talk to gun violence. Y'all both said y'all grew up with gun violence in the neighborhood. What was it like? Do you feel like you're numb to gun violence now, or like, let's speak to that.
I wouldn't say like numb, but like I feel like it make you extra cautious. So I can remember like after us losing our friends and stuff like that, like I'd be kind of scared to walk home by myself because I don't know what's gonna happen and stuff like that, or like most people feel like you actually need a gun, you feel me? Because of this crazy stuff that's going on and stuff like that, I feel like. So, like, it kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of puts, like, a toll on you a little bit, like, that you got to kind of grow up kind of fast, have a gun on you and stuff like that, when sometimes that might not be the case, but that's how it make you feel when you see people that's actually close to you or been around you, you see that actually happen to them.
Right. And it's like, also it's like you just thinking to yourself, like, dang, like what if I don't make it to 21, 23? So now it's like you traumatized. You already don't got your pop. All you got is your friends that you think you're gonna be with for the rest of your life, because this is where y'all grow up at. Y'all play sports, y'all do everything together. And then they die before we was like, what, 16, 17 at the time? Yeah. So when they passed, it was like, dang, like when we go to school, our school really like felt for us. So we in like, I would say like a therapy type class, like we just skipping classes and stuff. They just letting us just chill, because we lost friends like back to back. So it was like, damn, like this is really kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it was just traumatizing.
So what about some of the friends that you lost? Like, you know, how have you all dealt with that type of trauma? Because it's like, I've never really lost too many friends. I lost like maybe one friend when I was a kid to meningitis, but not to like gun violence, not till I left. Because I left, or I grew up, I was rough city. But a lot of the violence didn't really start happening until after I left. Came to North Carolina, stuff like that. Yeah. You all actually grew up in gun violence and seeing people, like, have you actually physically seen a person like die or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
Like I think like you talking about like actually seeing somebody get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that either. But to kind of touch on what you were saying, you said like how did we deal with it?
Yeah, how you deal with the trauma of gun violence and just going to bed at night with gunshots and stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel like at first it was like, you know, real trauma. Like, it's still traumatizing, being as though it happened because it keep you on point and everything. But, you know, we created our brand, Anna Liebe, which means one love, in German, universal love, respect for all people. And our goal is to mend broken hearts after losing friends to gun violence. So after creating that, we decided to create products for the environment instead of becoming a product of the environment. So once we changed our thinking and just changed our perspective on things, it forced us to want to do something positive instead of retaliating and doing, you know, stuff that could possibly lead us in jail or you dead.
Now, how do you find a name like that?
Man.
Bro,
that name's hard.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So it's really research, bro. So like before I knew about like LLCs and stuff like that, so I seen like the name One Love. I seen somebody else have it, but you know, like with like LLCs and like trademarks and all that stuff, if it's different, you can still have a name.
Right.
But I didn't know that. So as we researching and stuff, I'm like, dang, bro, we got to do something different. So we just researching different names, like in different languages and stuff. We just came across Anna Liebe, that's in German. I played it a couple of times. We like, yo, this joint hard. Like it just sound like something foreign.
Yeah.
You feel me? And there's like an experience we have, like when we wear it and stuff, like we walk around in the mall or whatever, it might be 3-4 of us, somebody might stop it like, yo, what does that say? So it creates like a conversation. So it's also marketing as well too.
That's dope. So what do you feel as if somebody who's trying to start a brand and who has the same message as you all, how do you relay that message to them? Like, how do they put their message out there? Because it means one love, and I guess it kind of ties into the whole city of brotherly love, right?
Yeah.
So how does that reflect to you all as far as a brand, from a branding standpoint, pushing that message out there of love coming from a place of darkness?
I feel like, cause like one, everybody can connect to it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody lost somebody to something, whether it's gun violence, it's a car accident, anything. We all lost somebody to it. So when they see like, especially our culture, our community, like a lot of people in the inner cities, they, you know, it's normal to them seeing death and things like that.
Right.
So once they come across us and they realize that we was in the same type environments and, you know, we changed our mindset, changed that stinking thinking and start just thinking differently to actually grow and become better than what we was, then I feel like they could see that it's possible. Because like my mentor Nehemiah always says, once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So I feel like that's mainly the main thing, just your mindset and just understanding you can become more.
Got you. So in the becoming more, do you feel like there's been times where the neighborhood may have held you back?
I would say like you will always love where you come from, but like he said, like your environment is your most, like basically like your environment controls everything that you do, you know what I'm saying? So we continue to stay in the environment that we was in, we'd probably be bound to like go to jail or die, you feel me? So it's like just changing the environment and changing the people who we be around helped us like see something differently, see that like that's not the only option, there's more to life than what we seen and growed up around.
Got you. And what was it like pulling yourself out of the environment? Because sometimes it's hard to pull yourself out of an environment, especially one that you grew up in, you're used to being around. Like change is very hard. Yeah. Coming from where you always come from, I actually want both of y'all to kind of put your spin on this. How hard was it to pull yourself out of the environment of Philadelphia?
You got it, bro.
I would say it's really exposure. Like once you expose to new concepts, it's really hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So our first opportunity of entrepreneurship was we had our mentors by the name of Diane Walker, Demetrius Walker, and they had this program called Hemio, and they came to our school. Mr. Nichols, he plugged us in with them, and they had like an entrepreneurship class like once a week or twice a week, every Wednesday and Thursday, or every Thursday, every week.
I think it was Tuesday and Thursday, something like that.
Yeah, so we just start going to there each and every week, showing up, and just from going there, we was getting exposed. Like we was in the front of the class, you know what I'm saying? Like every time they came in, we shake their hands, smiling on our face, and just listening to what they had to say. So they was showing us like different checks. They introduced us to like different CEOs. One of them was being the CEO of Honeygrow, that food spot. You know, just different entrepreneurs, credit realtors. They showing some of their own developments because they do real estate and they own daycares and stuff like that. So once they exposed us to that and showed us their checks and how they depend on their own resources to get paid, it's like this stuff really possible. So they didn't just like tell us they want us to win. They actually exposed us to that, and they put us on Fox 29 News. So we had an opportunity to actually speak before we even had like all the stuff that we got now for our brand. We was exposed, like they just go ahead, like commit first and kind of figure it out later. So
and was it hard to kind of make that transition though?
It wasn't hard because like we already lost people and stuff like that. So we knew like the outcome if we continue to be around the people that's in our neighborhood, or we just continue to stay in our environment. Like, and then like we always wanted to be entrepreneurs. You feel what I'm saying? Well, let me rewind that. I know we didn't want to go to college, so like we'd work and stuff, but like we knew we didn't want to work a 9 to 5 forever. So it's like that was the next thing right there. And like he came to me like, yo, bro, like, well, matter of fact, yeah. So Mr. Nichols told him, and he told me, and then I was like, yeah, I'm with it. You feel me? Because I knew I didn't want to go to school, and I knew that was something that could change my life for the better. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And we didn't know nothing about entrepreneurship. My one brother showed me Ty Lopez behind a Lamborghini. I'm like, this look cool. You know what I'm saying? I told my mom, let me get this course. She thought it was a scam or whatever. So once we got the entrepreneurship class, it actually like gave us the insight, and we was just going through it, creating vision boards and just doing different things. And we still didn't really understand it until we just stayed in it and just kept growing, like growing through what we go through, you know, throughout the journey.
Yeah. So if you could change one thing about life right now, what would you change?
Like currently
or past?
So I say
let's do both.
All right. So past, it would have been my mindset. So like what I talked about earlier, like not letting my emotions control me. So like I found like meditation and stuff like that, and like saying words of affirmations, writing in my journal. So that was something that really helped me, like moving on to like my teenage, young adult years. So, but if I had that, or like they taught that type stuff in school, you feel me? Because like mental is so super important, because like so many people go through so many things we just don't know. But like something that would help them is like just changing their mental, or changing our mental. You feel what I'm saying? So if I had that in school as a kid or growing up, I think that'd have been the best thing for me.
And to this current day, what would you change?
Now, I wouldn't change nothing, bro. Nothing. Honestly, nothing at all. Like everything that I went through, I'm appreciative for it, and like it got me to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? So I really wouldn't change nothing.
Okay.
Right. The past, what would I change? One, definitely the mindset for sure, and I would just say getting exposed faster, because like the younger you expose, the faster you can, you know, grow. They say learn younger, die fast. So I feel like if we just learned younger at the time that we had to, if we just learned when we probably come out the womb, you just learning. It's like, imagine where we would be at now. You would be so farther, a lot faster, because your biggest life expenses is literally what you don't know.
Yeah.
You're still learning as we grow. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be it. Exposure. Just get exposed faster.
How did the two of y'all meet?
We grew up in the same neighborhood, but so I used to go to Catholic school from like kindergarten to 4th grade.
Catholic school?
Yeah. Right. I used to be a fat kid and all that stuff.
You?
Yeah, I used to be fat.
Hey, no way.
I gotta
see a picture.
I gotta see if I can find that, John. But so I came to this school in the neighborhood after I left that school, because like I wanted to be in a school in the neighborhood and stuff like that. So I wound up meeting him and a bunch of my other homies I'm still cool with. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, we met all in like 5th grade.
Okay.
Like 5th grade. Like 5th grade.
Have y'all ever had any differences? Because being business partners or just being brothers, or you know whatever it may be, it's always been a difference there.
Yeah, for sure. But like we always on the same like mindset, but like of course you're gonna clash, you feel me? But we talk about it, or we might joke around later on, you feel what I'm saying?
What are some of the differences you all have gone, like have not been able to see eye to eye on?
That's a good question, because like nowadays, we were working on our mindset for like so long now. It's like we still have like the times where it's ups and downs, but most of the part is like we all on the same line, because we know we both know what the end goal is. We know where we headed at. So it's like if I say let's run this play or something, he like, if it makes sense, we all win. If he said the same thing, we all win, because we know like what our goal is, what we're trying to do, what we want to be, what we aspire to be, and things like that. So it's not really no difficulties, unless it just don't make sense. But we surround ourselves around people that make it make sense.
Got you. So now that you guys pretty much transition, because you moved to Atlanta first, right, 3D?
Yeah.
Because you started off in doing the photo class. I mean, not photo class, but a photo and video class.
Yep.
So what was that like for you? Like, how did you find out about that, and what has it done for your life?
My brother, it's crazy, bro. Like, so he sent me a Brandon page and stuff like that, because he was with.
You found Brandon's page?
Yeah, because I was already on a part of Neo's team at the time. So I knew he wanted to do photography and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, bro, just send him. I ain't know Brandon. I didn't follow him enough. I see him on Neo page. I just sent it. Here, bro, just go check him out. This what you want to do? Check him out. I don't know. Click the link in the bio or something. Just try to figure it out. I just knew what he wanted to do. So I just sent it.
Okay. And then, so now that you take the class, what has it done for your life? Or, you know, from a young guy coming from Philly to where you may have not even imagined life being what it is today.
So for me taking that class, bro, it literally helped me like fire my boss. Well, I didn't even get fired. I didn't even fire. So basically what happened was when I went to shooters camp that weekend, they took me off schedule. So I'm like, that must be a sign, right? So I maxed out on like my debit card and stuff like that just to get to like the classes and all that stuff. He helped me like with certain payments and stuff like that because I didn't really have it at the time, you know what I'm saying? But from going through that, then being able to leave my job and stuff like that, my first time working with my first client, I traveled to my first country. You feel what I'm saying? And
your first client, your first country?
Yeah.
Where to?
Brazil.
I ain't never been. You never been. Your first client.
Yeah, bro.
What was that like? What was that like on the plane, passport, and you're traveling on the plane to this place you probably never thought you would go? Is that a place you never thought you would go, or just imagine?
I never thought, bro. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to actually get to that level, but like back to what Conshey was saying, like we focus so much on our mindset. So like we used to drive to work and like listen to like Jim Quick, and we used to write in our journals every morning and stuff like that before we went to work. And I used to write in my journal, I'm going to fire my boss and I'm going to travel the world because of my skill set. I've been writing that since 2019. You feel me? And then for it to happen in 2020, it's just crazy, bro. It's like your words is literally powerful. They can literally change your whole situation.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the thought on the plane as you're traveling to Brazil? What's going through your mind?
I want to know what's about to happen. I'd never been out the country, bro. That was my first time, so it's like, yo, what's about to go down? You feel me? What do it look like? Like, how is it out there? Is it hot? Oh, of course we know it's hot because it's a tropical zone, but it's like, you feel me? Like, I didn't know, like the time difference. This is all this different stuff going through my head. It's just amazing, bro. You feel me?
And you get there, what are you feeling?
They ain't really here. You feel me? And then it's like they hustlers out there, bro. Like this one person, he's trying to clean our sneakers and stuff like that. I think I gave you money, right?
Yeah. As soon as we hop off the plane, at the airport, they run up to you, shoo, they trying to
scrub. Together.
Yeah.
That's your first time out the country?
Yeah, that was my first time ever.
So experiences that together, what's that like? To be like, yo, my bro that I grew up with, we come from the same place, same situation. What's that like to do that together?
It's amazing. Cause we all we knew was Philly. That's all we like. As a young boy growing up, I just thought we was gonna be here forever. I'm like, this is where we gonna be at. This is what we gonna do. Be on the block playing with our friends, playing around. Like I just thought that was norm until we start growing up, seeing death and things happen. Like, oh, this life stuff really real.
Yeah.
So
you thought that's a powerful statement that you said. I thought this would be forever.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're forever changed.
Facts.
You know, there's a lot of power in that. You know, we're saying that my forever was going to be stuck in Philly. Life's not going to change. I'm a child of a single mom who had me at 15 years old. I don't know what my life is going to be like.
Right.
And then you step foot on an airplane with a passport in hand. You did photo and video too?
Nah, I actually earned my passport, so I was doing like phone sales and so forth.
Earned your passport?
Earned it. I was closing deals, and at that particular time of the month, I was like one of the highest closers at that time, so I actually got gifted as a reward for that. And then it's crazy because my first time on a plane, like a few weeks, like probably a week before that, I flew out to Vegas. Shout out to Neo, man. Nehemiah Davis, he exposed me to all this. He flew me out to Vegas for my first time ever on the plane, 5-hour flight. Came back home, a couple days later, we go to Brazil. I'm like, all right, it's a 9-hour flight. I'm nervous because it's like my second time on the plane. I don't really like heights. And, you know, ever since it just exposed me. It's exposed me.
That exposure stuff different, bro.
It's very different.
And just to see it from like somebody that come from where we come from, you feel me? And for him to show us that it's like, it's life changing, you know what I'm saying? Because now, like, we know what we can do for the kids in the inner city now because we seen what he did for us.
And now that you look back, how many countries have you been to?
7.
7 countries.
All for free, bro, because my camera.
7 countries because of, how much was your first camera?
Like $300 with a discount.
300?
Yeah, I used to work at Walmart, so I used a discount.
$300, a dream, and exposure got you to 7 countries. What about you?
I believe I've been on 2 or 3.
I think it was
3. I've been Brazil, Mexico, and Puerto Rico is not considered a country though, right?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, okay.
It's not. You can consider.
I think it's part of the U.S.
It's still a U.S. territory, but
still say it's a foreign country.
Okay, I've been in like 3 then. Yeah,
2.5, 3.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you feel life is going to look like now? And now that you had exposure to various countries, a $300 camera has changed your life. What do you feel like life is going to take you now?
I think it's up, bro. Up from here, it's like we already see what other black millionaires is doing. So it's like, and most of them come from where we came from. So it's like, why not do what they do? You feel me? Follow the blueprint.
Right.
Because it changed their lives, and we know it's going to change our lives.
Right. And then something else I just learned was like networking and just meeting people and just building relationships. Like it's so much more. It's relationships is worth more than money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just us meeting you, we got the opportunity to be on your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just us meeting Neo, we got a chance to travel. Us meeting other people who we connected with, we got a chance to do different things that we never thought we would be doing just from simply building a relationship with them and nourishing those relationships and just being genuine and being ourselves.
Got you.
Yeah.
So if you look back to your younger self, to the what'd you call it?
What?
You said, what's the for?
Drawn.
If you look back to your drawn self, what would you say to your drawn self?
It's a mindset thing, bro. So now, let me see. Is that a good John? But no, I was just telling him like, basically, like, yeah, it's all about the mindset, and it's like everything that you're going through now is not going to last forever, because your current situation is never your final destination.
That's powerful.
It's a bar. I would say, you know, the only destination in life is death. So just enjoy the journey. Like, just enjoy the journey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always, when it's going good, it's not going to always be good. And when it's going bad, it's not going to always be bad. So just trust the process. Don't rush the process and never hate.
Got you. So let's talk about the clothing brand.
Yeah.
I really want to get into it. One, I love the logo. Who came up with it?
Both of us, for real. Yeah.
Our guy Smooth, this is 12th grade, so he drew something for us or whatever.
I keep forgetting you young. You say 12th grade.
So this is like 2017. So he literally drew this joint for us because the previous logo, that joint sucked, bro. I thought it was tough. Him and my other brother was like, yo, bro. Simple was more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we chose to go more simpler. Our guy, he's a good artist and stuff. So he drew out this logo and we sent it to the graphic person. This has been our logo we've been rocking with. This is the newest joint right here, the retro unbelievable logo. Like, thank you.
I need one of them.
I got you.
So, building this brand, what's been some of the challenges that you guys faced?
Yeah, we deal with challenges 24/7 because it's like I'm a business advisor. He do photography, videography. So it's like we understand we can really blow the brand, but it's like we be doing so many other things. Sometimes it's hard to be all the way in on just one specific thing and just kind of let it grow. So I would say like finding a good marketing team that really kind of just run the ad and stuff. Like we spent like $10,000 over the course of 3 months, then only got like probably 2 sales with this new marketing team that we was dealing with. So it's like that's a challenge, just marketing it the properly way,
getting the right manufacturers and stuff like that. So like it's like going back to when we first started, we never like we'd get samples and stuff, but like they'd come back too big because we don't know the size charts and stuff like that, the material and all that type stuff. You know what we talked about?
I know it.
The people from Pakistan,
too well,
bro. Yeah. So like once we switched from Pakistan to China, it was a little bit more better, but it's still about the communication because it's a language barrier sometimes, and also like the sizing and stuff as well too out there. So like you really gotta be specific. So I feel like what we learned from that, like can help us help others in the long run.
Right, and it's like we don't have it all figured out, but we can get somebody from that want to start a clothing brand from A to J. We don't gotta get you all the way to Z, but if we teach you how to start your brand, how to find your logo, where to find wholesale items and things like that, I feel like it's beneficial.
So if somebody wanted to start a brand today, would you advise them to or not advise them to?
Yeah, I would advise them to.
Some people look at the market and say, oh, everybody has a clothing line. It's oversaturated.
Right.
Everything oversaturated.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, so I feel like start a brand, but just make sure it means something, right? Like just where it can connect to others, not even if it do mean something to you, just had a story where it's though like it connects to people in an emotion way. Because when people cry, they buy. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like our brand, One Love in German, Universal Love, Respect for All People, and our goal is to mend broken hearts after losing people to gun violence. So it's like so many people can relate to that, or if they just lost somebody in general. Just make it make sense to where as though others can connect to it and they can feel a message once you speak about it. We had so many people come up to us, yo, like, I lost somebody, like, your brand just connect to me. I just love it, and stuff like that.
So where do you see the brand going in about the next 5 years?
I believe our brand be like a 7-figure brand. Like, I feel like it's a unique brand that can connect with the masses, you know? Like we just said, like, everybody lost somebody, you know what I'm saying? So just with that message itself, it's able to connect with anybody in this world, you know what I'm saying? So if it come across the right person that really rock with it, you know, it'll definitely go up. And especially with us, like, just staying committed and, like, locking in and just finding new ways to market our stuff, coming out with new products and things like that, it's definitely gonna go up.
Yep.
Okay, so where do you see your sales in 5 years?
5 years from now, I see us like multi-millionaires for sure. Assets, having our money work for us so we don't have to work for it, surround ourselves around other great people, great excellence, networking, building, and just also inspiring others to do the same type stuff that we doing. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like that.
Yeah,
because we always thought that we would become entrepreneurs, we just didn't know when. So it's like once we started committing and just doing little actions over time, this type stuff started to just appear.
What's one of the challenges that you face personally in life that you feel like home is still kind of with you? Because sometimes, you know, there's some things that travel with you that you just can't shake. What are some personal hurdles that you guys both dealing with or separately dealing with?
That's a great question, bro. I would say, like, it's like my family, so like my mom, my grandma, because they raised me and stuff. And I know, like, with my situation right now, I can't just take them with me, you feel me? I'm still building as a young adult and things like that. So, like, I try my best to, like, call them and stuff to make sure I speak to them and all stuff all the time. Like, 4 years ago, my grandma got sick. She had, like, a real bad stroke. So, like, that's always in the back of my mind. I could always lose her, you know what I'm saying? So it's like just being able to just to be around her, be around my mom, make sure I talk to them and stuff like that. That's something that always stick with me. Just make sure I keep that tight bond with them because I never know when I can lose them.
Yeah.
Right.
How about you?
For me, it's my mom too. You know what I'm saying? I've been with my mom all my life, so it's like really like my sister for real. She had me at 15, I'm 23 now. So I always think about just making her happy, exposing her to different stuff because she sacrificed so much for me. So I feel like I'm her greatest asset. And my family, I ain't got no pop. I got like, you know, uncles and stuff like that, but I talk to very few. It's like my friends is really like my family for real. So I just want to show my mom differently.
Not having a father figure in your life, has it been hard for you all to connect to other males in your lives?
I wouldn't say it'd be hard, but like you just don't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially growing up, you don't know, like, should I be this tough person or should I be vulnerable? You just don't know because it wasn't really there to teach you. I forgot who said this, but it's like just growing up with a woman, you start to get more of that feminine side than the masculine because it's not that balance, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just weird, bro. Like just trying to balance out masculinity and is it femininity?
Femininity. God dang it. Femininity.
Femininity. Just balancing those things out without a father figure. Just like it's hard, bro, because like you really don't know what's right, what's wrong, especially growing up as a young male.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree. We don't know what we don't know, but that's why I'm grateful for like mentors in our life because they just showed us. You know, like one of our mentors, Demetrius Walker, he got a wife, he got kids, and so just watching him, it's just like, okay, this is, you know, and I got virtual mentors as well. I just look on the internet, I'm like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, I brought my lady flowers. I seen a man on Instagram buy his lady flowers. I'm like, oh, okay, like this what you had.
Change your life.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? When I had a lady, but you know, it's just getting exposed, man.
Yeah. Do you all ever wish you met your biological fathers?
No, I know my dad.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
No, when I say not having him in my life, it's like like I know who he is. You feel me? But it's like he didn't raise me. Like you want like as a male, you want another male in your life to be there to raise you and stuff like that, not just your mother. So it's like it was just my mom. Like he'll pick me up as a baby. I don't remember that stuff. I don't like the only memory I really got with me and him is like that was crazy. It's like actually going to like a Harlem Globetrotters game. You know what that is? Yeah. Like when they do all the cool tricks and stuff. Like that's the only like memory that really stick with me with being with him. I got a bunch of memories with my mom. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like. Yeah, I know my dad though. Sum it up.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel the same, man. I didn't really I didn't grow up with my pop. He wasn't around, like no graduations, none of that type stuff. So, you know, just kind of seeing my mom do it just make me I don't know. At first I used to be hurt about it, like crying and stuff when I was younger, but it's like you grow older to it. It's like it is what it is. Like so many people in our communities deal with that. So it's like, you know, what you gonna keep crying and complaining about it, or you gonna just level up and just focus on what you can?
If y'all could write a letter to your dads, how would you start that letter off?
Damn, bro, you got some good questions, bro.
So I do.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh, man.
You go first. You got it.
You got it, bro.
If I could write a letter to my pop, I'll probably just say, you know, from Conshey. First and foremost, you know, I appreciate you from, you know, having me with my mother, and I appreciate you for showing me what not to be, essentially, because you know it's giving me the mindset of what I need to do and allowing me to become the person I aspire to be for my future kids and future family to make it make sense, you know, for the long game. So I say that.
I'm still thinking. It's like no, but I just say thank you for like giving like me and thank you for like basically creating me with my mom and stuff, and just like I just want to know what were you thinking about when you left my mom and you knew you had a kid? Like not that I feel some type of I did feel some type of way when I was a kid, but not that I feel some type of way now. But I just want to know why. What was going through your head when you actually made that decision, when you knew you had another responsibility?
Hey, that's tough. If you write a letter to your unborn child, what would you say?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Bro, you on some stuff right now, bro.
Hey, man.
I knew what you had.
A little ramen, that's all.
Right. Man, if I could write a letter to my unborn kids, I would just say, dear kids, like everything I'm doing now is for y'all. You know, I'm grinding to develop assets for y'all, so that way y'all don't have to work if you don't decide to. You don't have to go to college if you don't want to. You don't have to follow this normal program that society portrays. So just stay focused and just always be a student, and just continue to listen. Be wise and observant.
3D.
Yo, these questions is good, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but dear son or daughter, when you came into this world, I knew that it was another level of responsibility. I'm grateful that I sacrificed everything in my life in order for you to be able to have the life that you're living now. Something I always want you to remember is make sure you sacrifice, make sure you stay disciplined, and always be a student of life, and never let others tell you what you can't and can be.
That's real. What would you say if your dad walked in here today, right now?
I'll be like, what up?
What's poppin'? But no, I just give him a hug and tell him I love him. You know, I do. I love and appreciate him for, you know, making that intercourse with my mom to put me in this world. put me in this world because now I'm able to change the trajectory of like my life, my family's life, and like my mom's life and stuff like that, and my future kids, things like that.
Yeah. What's that one thing that y'all feel people just don't get about y'all? Because if we were to walk in a room full of other individuals, they'll see the tattoos, they'll see the braids, the locks. What's something you want people to understand or remember you all by? Not by your appearance, of course, because I'm a fan of art. I mean, tattoos is my thing. Right. And, it's just people look at it different, especially our parents. They kind of grew up in a different time where life is just different for them. And the understanding of what we understand nowadays towards what they understand is totally different. Right. So what would you all say to an individual or a child or somebody who's you all's age who's trying to express themselves maybe through art or clothing or photography or business? What would you say to that person?
I would just let them know, like, don't judge a book by its cover, and you can actually learn some things from us. Don't allow your ignorance to block your blessings, because you never know. It's like, I look at people like Derek Grace, Runway, they got tattoo on their face and everything, but at the end of the day, they still inspiring people and helping other people get results to change their life. Mm-hmm. So, just don't judge a book by its cover.
Gotcha. What was your first tattoo?
I got a couple tattoos.
My mom name right here. I got all the other stuff around it. I wish I didn't get this tattoo, and I wish I didn't get this tattoo, but I was young.
What's the first one you wish you didn't get? I got one too.
This one. Wait, hold up. I mean, the roses is cool, but like they could have been more done professionally. You know what I'm saying? I went to like a street artist, and then it's the second one right here.
What I say? Money?
Time is money, but like the hourglass suck, bro.
Okay, I don't see it.
You don't see the hourglass? See, that's why this joint suck. Yeah, you supposed to know what the joint say.
All I see is a circle with a dot in the middle.
Man. And my homie was like, bro, I don't think you should get that joint. I'm like, no, bro, I think it look cool. I just want to get a tat. I showed my boys at school. They was like, nah, that ain't it, bro.
That ain't it. My first one was actually this blessed tat, but it was before everything else got included. Just the blessed by itself. I got that when I was like 15, 16, and I just got it because I was young. And in my head, I'm thinking my mom had me young and everything, so I'm just blessed right now. Like,
yeah.
So that was my first tat.
Got you.
Yep.
Let's talk about the business. Get to it. Your biggest month versus your smallest month. How do you survive that? Because a lot of people, you see your biggest month, whatever it may have been, and you see, I'm up. Hey, I'm about to go cash out. And then the next month or next 2 months, you see something different. Right. What is it like? Because it can be very depressing.
Yeah.
Like you just go, you see an account, I don't see about a couple of racks in that joint. And then you go from seeing a couple of racks to like a little bit of a rack.
Right.
And what is that like? Some people there are people who are going to experience that.
Yeah. Me personally, I would say like it's a mindset thing, but it's like it's one of the worst feelings for sure. Mm-hmm. If you're not illiterate when it comes to the money, financially
literate.
Okay, financial literate. Because you can have a great month. So one of my biggest months, I made 10 bands in 1 month, 10K, and that was December. That just passed. So I made that, but then the month right after, I made like probably 3 bands, 2,000, 3,000.
January was slow for everybody.
Yeah,
it was a crazy month.
So, but just experiencing that, it taught me like you gotta really, I won't even say save for a rainy day, but always like invest into your mindset, skill sets, so you can always be growing, and also you can utilize those skills to always develop your income. That's probably what I mainly say. Like that was one of my worst times. I even made worse months than that, 1,000 before. Sometimes almost nothing. But long as you have some money set aside to and not blowing it on things that don't mean anything, have no value to your life, then I feel like you'll be cool. Because if I don't make nothing next month, it's like I know what I did was I put my rent to the side. I got some money to the side to get me by to recoup, learn something that can potentially help me get to that next level.
Gotcha.
Get that next check.
What you 30?
What was the question one more time?
Your biggest month versus your smallest month. What's that feeling?
So my biggest month, bro, I didn't even know I hit what I hit. You feel me? I hit like, I believe it was either 10 or 12K. I'm like, dang. Like, I just wound up just checking my app and stuff. I'm like, yo, I did it. Because this is one of my goals that I always wanted to hit. You know, everybody want to hit 10, 12K, 15K, stuff like that. But then the next month, it wasn't like bad, but it's like, how can I do this again? You know what I'm saying? How can I find a consistency of doing it? Like, I had consistent months of doing it, but like then it started to slow down. So now I got to think back, like, what am I doing differently?
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? So yeah.
I'm gonna keep one more question to you. What is like hiring your first employee?
So my first one, it was like, it's a process, bro. I can say that it's a process. Like just being able to teach them what you know and stuff like that, or like teach them how things work in your business. It's kind of like teaching a child something that they never seen in school before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really like a learning experience and things like that. So,
Did you ever think you would hire somebody at your age?
no, I didn't think that. But like exposure, like Conshey mentioned, like just being exposed to like those things is like, it just show you something different, and it show you like how businesses are actually maneuvering, how they build. They're built with the CEO starting something and just teaching it to other people. Now they able to run it without them being there.
Yeah. That's dope. So we're gonna do a quick commercial real quick. I want y'all to close this out with something powerful, something that they can remember you all by, for how they can find you all, and whatever else you got feel to share. Okay. All right. So this episode is sponsored by the Unborn Institute, the only place that I know that is sending out daily messages of encouragement, hope. So what I do is send out, we got two clubs. One is called the Healers Club. The second one is called the Affirmations Club, where I send out messages, daily affirmations that help you understand who you are, pretty much empower yourself. The Healers Club, that message is pretty much just hope, healing, all the good stuff, where it helps you to really grow as an individual, help you heal that pain point inside of your life. So text me 404-476-6780. That's 404-476-6780. When you text me the word heal or affirmation. And if you're the person who add an S to everything, I got affirmations, so I make sure I catch everybody. So text me 404-476-6780. Fellas, close us out.
Yep. So I started off, right? So what I would say is, life is about the journey. The only destination in life is death. So just continuously work on yourself, activate your effort button. Don't care what others got to say. Don't care what they think, especially if it's not something that can help you get to that next level. And just worry about your own journey. Don't compare yourself to others, and trust the process. Don't rush the process, and never hate.
Give him his IG and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. So my Instagram is at Consheys, and the reason I named it Consheys is because I understand that your conscious mind is the gatekeeper of your subconscious. So I can allow myself to, see certain things when it come to podcasts, books, the music and stuff like that. But if you continuously allow yourself to tap into the bad stuff, it will go right past your conscious, go right into your subconscious. And your subconscious will not listen to a weak conscious. So my name is Consheys, man.
Bro, you deep.
Bro,
Boy, deep.
He be speaking, bro.
I swear I thought it was in a poetry jam real quick. 3D, man, close it out, bro.
All right, so everything is really about a mindset, y'all. So I just want y'all to focus in on your mindset, do like daily affirmations, like just join my guy club, join Jovan club, and do the daily affirmations and stuff like that, because your words literally got legs. So if you tell yourself I'm stupid, or I'm never gonna make it, or I'm broke, those things are gonna happen to you. So replace those negative words with positive words, like I'm grateful, I'm a millionaire, whatever you aspire to be, just say those things. And yeah, y'all, I can't wait for y'all to see this episode, tap in with us, stuff like that. But you can follow me on Instagram at 3D Visuals. That's 3D Visuals with an S. You can also follow the clothing brand at Ana.Liebe. That's EINE period, like dot LIEBE.
Yep. And also, if you guys is looking to just start a clothing brand, to learn the simple steps from A to J, just to kind of, learn how to find a manufacturer, learn how to communicate to manufacturers, the logo, the whole nine, you could tap into our website, 8stepsforclothing.com. And, we look forward to seeing how we can help you.
Y'all here to hear it first. Another episode of Living Blessed the Podcast. We are out. Peace.